You don't need cable. Hop on YouTube, welcome to the hood table, where we chop up local and global events vocally. You don't really wanna miss out on these conversations. Just joke a little, laugh a little, get that wine in your system, fill your glass a little, expose current events, talk trash a little. You never know, these opinions might clash a little. They addicted to the content, got them binge watching. You don't like it, then you want invited. Bet your friends watching in the house and in your job parking lot before you clocking. They don't wanna miss a second of this HT content. Everybody think they got something to say, so it's an open invitation, bring it to the table. But if you come whack, just know we ain't buying in. We gon' probably turn your back and tell you sorry, try again, Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable. Yeah, welcome to the hood table. You don't need Netflix, you don't need cable.
Hey, what's up, everybody? How y'all doing? What's going on? Happy Tuesday. What up, Chakra King Black? Okay, first one in the chat. Okay, you know how to do that. You know I'll be looking for you all the time in the chat. But yeah, what's up, everybody? Peace, and soul and hair. How they used to say it? Peace and hair grease. Peace, soul, grease. Something like that. Peace. But yeah, what's up, everybody? I hope you guys are having a good day. I was just, on YouTube and just, trying to find something entertaining to watch in the sector, and it wasn't really much going on. So, I kind of titled the live, like, what did I title this motherfucker? Not much going on other than. Okay, that's what I titled the live. Not much going on other than. And I just named it that because it's a few things going on out there that caught my attention, especially Lady Nika yesterday when she was dragging Uppity Ups. Child, I didn't see that coming. I did not see that coming. I was like, damn, what Uppity do? What did Uppity do? What did Uppity say to Lady Nika? And so I was over, and it's so funny because I was actually in KRN's chat, but you guys, I'm not really a chat watcher, but I was in KRN's chat, and I don't know how I even missed what happened, because when I went back to KRN's chat to find out, because somebody said they screenshot something, sent it to Lady Nika, and Lady Nika saw it, and then she started she went live to drag. Oh my God, child. She went live. She was over there. The getting was good, y'all. The getting was good. She was over there and she was dragging the hell out of Uppity Ups. This was before I even knew what the fuck had happened. And all of a sudden the live went down because Lady Nika got P-bombed. She got P-bombed, and I was like, oh my God. I'm like, now who done did this? Who done, is this a video? Is this a AI? Is this a real person? Was that Uppity Ups? Was that somebody said Uppity had one of her friends P-bomb Lady Nika? I'm like, I don't know, child, but I saw that shit and I was like, I know if you would almost miss it if you wasn't really paying attention, if you wasn't holding your phone or right in front of your laptop, you would have missed that shit until Bree and them was like, take it down, take the video down, shut it down. I'm like, what the fuck is going on in my eyes? I was like, let me put my glasses on so I can really see what's going on this screen. Child, I was like, excuse me. I was too gagged, y'all. I was too gagged because it happened so quick. And what's up, Sassy Francis? How you doing, love? Make sure you guys like and share the video. Y'all, it happened so quick. I mean, I'm up there enjoying Lady Nika. She going in, she dragging. And even though the I didn't watch from the beginning of Lady Nika, I came in maybe about 15 minutes before the P-bomb. So I didn't even get the chance to watch from the beginning, because what I usually do, if a live is just kind of, just going along, they just up there talking or whatnot, I might rewind all the way to the beginning to find out what's going on so I can catch up. But if the live is really going and it's really popping or jumping or something going on, I'll sit there and I'll watch to the end, and then I'll go back and rewind. So that was my plan, was to watch Lady Nika from where I was and then rewind to find out how everything started. But I couldn't do that because she got P-bomb, and it was crazy. It was crazy. You guys, we have to be so very careful with our platforms. Like, I know sometimes I might not put up a banner, and it's usually because, the people who have actual channels, or, they're authenticated. So if somebody hits your panel and it says like authenticated, it says their channel name or their link or whatever, their hyperlink, whatever, then you usually are pretty sure that's who it is that you think you added to your panel. I don't know what that shit said when Lady Nika added that troll, that P-bomber, to her panel, because James' mother was just up there. Basically, he was like shouting out Lady Nika because Lady Nika was getting her drag on, right? So mother just hit the link basically to say, shout out to Lady Nika. If y'all don't know, you better ask somebody, something to that degree. And he dropped down. He wasn't even up there that long. So when the avatar got back on the screen, the same avatar that mother uses with the black power fist, I was like, oh, okay, mother's back. What mother got to say this time? So I'm sitting there ready for mother. But Lady Nika just kept on dragging. She added him on, or whoever that was, and added him on. And next thing you know, all we saw is furry puss, just furry puss. Okay, I was like, the fur was fur, and I was like, is that misunderstood? Nah, that ain't misunderstood. That ain't misunderstood. Ain't the same skin tone. I was like, who is this furry monster up here on this screen? And Lady Nika was going in so tough, she didn't even see it. I was like, oh my God, if she don't end this fucking video now, because you know how these motherfuckers is, somebody who really wants to jeopardize your channel and they P-bombing, usually they sitting in the cut waiting on a chance, waiting on the right opportunity to P-bomb you. And that was the perfect opportunity, because James had came up there, then he dropped back down like a minute or two later, and then the troll came back using James' avatar. And so of course Lady Nika, she was comfortable with him being there the first time a few minutes before that, so she just was like, let him on. And I'm sure she wasn't even looking at the authenticator or anything like that, because she was off the bag, she was off the porch, and mother had just dropped down. So when that avatar came back up there, Lady Nika just assumed that was James, that was mother, and it wasn't mother. And I know mother. He's probably, if we know him the way we know him, as far as just being on YouTube, he probably was like, oh, damn, Lady Nika. Damn, why didn't you authenticate? Why didn't you make sure that was me? Why? Because that was, from what I saw, that was a good live. I wasn't there from the beginning, but that was a good live. And I really wanted to red ball that shit back after she finished, but I didn't get the opportunity. And then she went live again. She went live the second time. And I didn't see the whole live the first time, but if I can just take a guess, I think the second live was probably better than the first live because Lady Nika was really going in on Uppity Ups, and I still was like, what the fuck did Uppity do? So I was over there in KRN's chat, didn't even realize. I guess I just wasn't paying attention too tough, which again, I don't pay attention to the chat a lot. I can barely keep up with my own chat when I'm live. And hey, Jill's Comfort Zone. Hey, boo, how you doing, sugar? So in other people's chats, especially when there's a lot of people in there, I can't keep track of all that shit. And so I'm mainly in the chats. I'm going to be honest. I ain't going to hold you. I look for people highlighting my name in the chat so I can make sure I say hi or, respond to those people. But other than that, I don't be paying attention to the chat like that. But anyway, I went back over to KRN's to find out what set Lady Nika off. And I guess they were over there talking about begging or something like that. And Uppity had put something in KRN's chat and he highlighted it. And I can't remember exactly what it said, but it's something about taking all the money from her subscribers or siphoning from her subscribers or, because a lot of people has been saying lately it's income tax season time. That's when a lot of people start begging. But I guess what really set it off was the fact that Uppity had said that comment in the chat. And then when Lady Nika went live, I guess she hit the link. And she was like playing like she didn't know what had happened. Like what had happened? She didn't know what was going on. She didn't know what Lady Nika was talking about. So Bree and them, they was like, you put that in the chat. What you mean? Did you do it? Did you say it? Did you not? And I guess this is what I heard because, of course, the live went down. But I heard that Uppity was shying away from the point that she said it. And so that, I guess that infuriated Lady Nika more. And so Uppity said something real smart. If y'all can remember what she said, put in the chat, y'all. But I wish that video was still up. I wonder if Lady Nika just deleted all that shit out or if she just removed the whole video, which is the smartest thing to do, just delete the whole video. But I really wanted to see that video from the beginning. But she said something smart to Lady Nika, and Lady Nika either dropped her ass or Uppity ran off or took off or some shit. And that's what really said it. That's what really set Lady Nika off. I think it was way more than just her saying something slick in KRN's chat and then coming to Lady Nika and then acting like she didn't do or say anything. Now this is what I was gathering, okay? This is what I was gathering. But anywho, Lady Nika was going off. She was going in. I mean, talking about her being a bad mother. And I don't watch everything. So I don't see everything, but I feel why Lady Nika was more upset because it wasn't, even though she was like telling people stop pocket watching her, mind your business, if she wants to get out here and ask for money or ask for donations or whatnot, that's her business, right? So Uppity though, I guess, and again, I don't watch everything, but from what Lady Nika was saying was she has been really supporting Uppity as far as when other people be really going in on Uppity and dragging her for this, dragging her for the CPS, dragging her for the paperwork coming out that her kids was at school dirty, smelly, dingy, hungry, whatever. And other things like the slap heard around the YouTube B sector streets. When she hit her daughter and just when she was going off on her daughter, cussing her daughter out, who we know is autistic, and other things like that. Lady Nika was like, all that time while everybody was talking shit about you and dragging you, I was trying to, stand in the gap. And I didn't even know this because again, I don't watch everybody. So I didn't know that Lady Nika, was like defending her at times. Like she said when that moment when the camera, I don't even think it was a camera slip. Did she just turn on the camera? I can't even remember if it was a camera slip or whatnot, but we saw that house Uppity ups. I did say at that time. Child, that was a mess. That child, I ain't never. I didn't see people with houses like, messy and stuff, but me personally, I might let a load of clothes go for a couple of days. I might even go to bed if it's only a few dishes in the sink without going in there and washing them little shits out. But nope. I wasn't raised that way. My mother kept a really clean. We might have been dirt, poor, broke down the fuck. I mean, toe back, poor, broke, broke. We might have had the ragliest house on the block. We might have had hand-me-down furniture, hand-me-down clothes. We might have had all that. The food stamps, welfare, Section 8. We might have had all that, but our motherfucking house was clean. Them dusty old wood floors in them old houses would mama be down there with the baseboards, dusting the ceiling. I mean, even our raggedy old basements back then was clean, as clean as they could be, dusted and all that kind of stuff. But she kept a really, really clean home, and we didn't have much growing up. But one thing I can say is the home was always clean, always clean. So I wasn't raised like that, and I raised my boys to make sure they know how to clean, from baseboards to doing laundry at a young age to dishes, how to load a dishwasher, white from color, bleach, no bleach. I mean, my boys can do it all besides cook. They can do it all besides cook. They was too involved in sports and all that kind of shit to have time in the kitchen, and I don't care. I don't care. I didn't give a fuck if they learned how to cook or not. They was doing enough with their activities and extra activities and school and chores and all that kind of shit. So yeah, I didn't have them in the kitchen like that. But they in the kitchen now. They got their own cribs, their own families. They be in the kitchen now. My son got to call me sometime, mama. Like when they had their friends Thanksgiving, my youngest son, Cam, the baby, he called me like 3 days early. Mom, when do I take out the ham? How long do I thaw it out? Should I thaw it out in the fridge? Should I thaw it out on the counter? What all do I have to do this? Do I have to do that? Is it brown sugar or is it syrup or what do I need, Mom? Ask me for the whole recipe on how to make a honey baked ham. And he made that bad boy. And they friends tore it up. But yeah, sure. They can always hit me up for the good old recipe. But yeah, that was quite a mess. But what I was getting to was Lady Nika said when she saw that, because everybody was talking about it, she was like, oh, she probably knows. She said she was cleaning up. Maybe it was cleanup day. Maybe she was in the middle of cleaning up. We basically what Lady Nika is saying is when you did this and when you did that, and when they was coming at you for this, when they was coming at you for being cool with old boy, the one who had went to jail, Yusuf, the one who had went to jail, when they saw that you were still having his back or something, until a lot of people start attacking you or talking shit about you, she said, I still wasn't saying nothing. And then you over there talking about me begging or getting money from my subscribers. So I feel why Lady Nika was upset, obviously, because it was more than just talking about her money, talking about her bag, talking about her on here getting money from her subbies or whatnot, her supporters. It was because of the fact that a lot of people on here do a lot of shit talking about Uppity. And from what I heard, I don't think I've ever heard Lady Nika say anything too bad about Uppity. But again, I don't see everything. I didn't even know that she was omitting herself from a lot of the talk that was going on about Uppity. Because Uppity had some situations. And shout out again to her with her nice new apartment. Lady Nika said you got a few more feet, a few more yards in your new apartment. But and I know Lady Nika said she didn't have shit up in there but a bed for Nala or something like that. But hey, shout out to Uppity. She got a new spot. I hope it works out well. I hope she can keep it clean. I hope she can get it furnished. All that whatnot. I am the last one to talk about people doing a what do you call that, wish list, because when I got my crib I had a wish list, and I did a live unboxing of the things that people sent me from Amazon. So I'm the last person to talk about people not doing wish lists and shit like that. So if that's something that she wants to do to get everything, you know, for her new apartment, hey, let have. We done seen a lot of people in this sector get money all types of way, be it scamming, be it people just willingly, you know, generously sometimes, you know, supporting people. I mean, hell, it was an incident just about a week or so ago where somebody was like, Pills done sent Brooke $100 and her man get upset. Like, they used to fuck around and talk and all this kind of stuff, was planning to hook up and kick it and all that kind of shit. And Pills had sent her $100. But from what I saw, Pills, where you at, Pills? Pills, you got any more money left? Because what I just saw on Uppity Up's page was that he sent her $100. Uppity just posted this 5 hours ago. She said, thank you, Pillsbury Drive, aka Big Sexy. Don't worry, Nyla's dad not getting a dime out of this. Then she gave him some blow kisses, some kissy faces, and some laugh out loud emojis. And she posted a screenshot of the transaction. Pills is just dropping Benjamin, like, Pills, you got any more money? You got any more money? I need to switch it up, y'all. I need to switch it up because y'all be dropping bills on motherfuckers like that. Do I need to come live more often? I mean, I be trying to come live. I be trying to give y'all some good commentary. I be trying, even though I can't keep up with all the shenanigans and shit. I be trying. I really do. But I was like, the fuck? He giving $100 to, and it don't matter. He don't even like, he don't discriminate. He giving $100 to a married woman. He giving $100 to somebody who just got a new apartment. He giving, I'm like, Pills? The hood table could use a little twin, nigga. Child. Ooh, child. What up, Miss LA? How you doing, mother? How you doing? I am so serious. What up, Brian? Brian said I need some money too. Hey, Charlie, how you doing? You said folks told me to do a wish list and I still ain't nothing wrong with a wish list. I mean, it's one thing if you wishing upon a star every day. But yeah, when I got my crib, which I was so excited and proud to do, you know, some years ago, I had a wish list and people were sending me pots and pans and towels and, you know, all kinds. Somebody sent me a charcuterie board, a really nice one. I think that was Mel. That was Melissa King who sent me the charcuterie board. Sure did. But yeah, I appreciated every single thing. I don't get on here and ask for people's money all the time like that. Hell, Charlie will tell you, most people in the chat will tell you, the hood table hardly even say donate to the Cash App. That's why I keep it running across the bottom, because I be forgetting. I'll be in my zone. I'll be doing my commentary. I'll be discussing this, that, and the third. And I don't remember to say, hit the Cash App. It just, you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. But yeah, so that's one thing that I had saw. I was surprised that Uppity didn't come back, because normally Uppity, when she gets into a little tit for tat, you know, a little back and forth with people, she actually come on here and she pop her shit. So if I missed that, y'all let me know, because I didn't see none of that. And Lady Nika, between the two lives, she must have went off on her for a good 3-4 hours between the two lives. I mean, dragging her to the white meat. So I'm surprised that I didn't see Uppity come back. I did see Uppity over there cooking. She was cooking. And what I was gonna say about Uppity Ups, child, you ain't gonna show us the food. Like when I do my cake decorating and stuff, I make sure y'all see exactly what I'm doing. Y'all see me making the frosting, mixing the cake batter, frosting the cake, designing the cake. The way she had the camera angle, all you could see was the damn skillet. You couldn't see what was in the skillet. I was like, Uppity, you talking about cook with me for the first time in the apartment. We want to see what you was cooking. She did show us like some chicken legs or something like that, but we didn't actually see the, you might want to get like a camera holder or phone holder or something and have it attached to, like when I be doing my cakes, what I actually use is to hold my phone holder. You know those tables that you use like when you have company and you run out of, you don't have enough seats at the table for people. So you have those little tables that fold up that you put in front of people to put their plate on and shit. That's what I have. I have a whole bunch of those from Walmart. So I clip my phone to that brown table thing and I scooch it up to the counter or scooch it up to the table where I'm decorating the cake. And I have it sitting there over the cake like that. So that's what I do. But yeah, you need to get get you some good lighting. Get you some good lighting. I have a big lamp light, like a photography light that I use when I'm on camera and when I'm doing my cakes and stuff. Some good lighting, because Uppity, if that's what you're really trying to do cooking shows and things like that, start now. Even if you make a wish list, put some of that shit on your wish list. Lights, things like that. There's a lot of people out here doing commentary. And there's some people who do cooking. I mean, making t-shirts. I'm like, mother makes t-shirts. I make t-shirts too. My cooking videos, my baking videos, that could be a lane for you. But yeah, and I got all kind of YouTube channels. I got YouTube channels for my cakes, for my t-shirts, for my crafts. Just all kind of platforms and shit. Snack trays, that's what they are, trays. I got a whole bunch of them joints, and I'll be having them like in my closet. As soon as the coat closet, as soon as you walk in the front of my house, I got them sitting inside there. A whole bunch of those trays. Yep. And then I keep a lot of the folding chairs. The folding chairs. Y'all know the folding chairs, and then a whole bunch of those light pillows that you tie the strings to the folding chairs so the pillows don't fall off. But yeah, I be trying to make my guests comfy and cozy, okay? Because sometimes we be over here cutting up and we be doing the most, and people be over here for a long time, not for a short time, but for a long time. Because your girl likes to cook, likes to kick it and entertain, okay? Yes, I'm very family oriented and friends and all that. Y'all know we be cutting up all through the summer. Y'all be seeing me post the videos and shit, our parties and get-togethers and barbecues, our cues. But yeah, but again, shout out to her for that. But child, Lady Nika wasn't having that shit. Lady Nika and Mother had me cracking up because he hit her link and he was like, okay, well, hello, Lady Nika. This is the Lady Nika that be dragging. Like a lot of times, Lady Nika, she sit back and she allow people to talk shit, and she allow people to slick shade and all that kind of stuff. And sometimes she just be sitting there. Like somebody mentioned, I think somebody might have mentioned KRN in her chat. I'm not sure. But she was like, man, that nigga been arguing by himself for over a year. I ain't about to be arguing with him because I'm not gaining anything off of him or anything like that. So there are times when she won't clap back, and there are times when she do clap back. And when she do clap back, she claps. When she do clap back, she claps. Okay, so that was really entertaining. Lemon, I was over in his chat the other day. I can't even remember what the fuck was going on over there. I think Ken was up there and they was cussing each other out. I don't know. I heard that Sunny dropped Ken's address on her community wall. Now, I went over there to see where the nigga lived. I wasn't going to tell y'all where he lived, but I just went over there to see if she really did post that shit. I didn't see nothing. I didn't see no address or nothing. But I guess they done looked up Ken's house and all kind of shit down there in the New Orleans. And I'm like, damn, y'all dropping niggas addresses? Child. You said those trays are perfect for they are. They absolutely are. They really are. And I have like I ain't got no super big house, but I got 2 living rooms, one upstairs, one downstairs, 2 dining rooms, a big table in the living room, and I got a smaller table that's mainly for my for the kids. For the kids. So I got a lot of sitting room, but you know, if you ain't at the table in the kitchen and shit, you know, those things are nice to have. They're really nice to have, especially if you're outside. Like if you're having an outside barbecue or party at your house and people out there eating with their plates. I love those things. And you fold them up, they fold up nice and easy and don't take up that much room. So yeah, I love those joints. But yeah, I don't know if her and I don't know if Sunny, and I did drop the link just in case anybody wants to hit the link. But I don't know what's going on with Sunny and Ken. I don't tend to do much commentary on them too because Ken and Sunny is like the they like cool one minute, then they might be beefing the next minute, then they cool one. So I don't really pay attention to a lot of that shit. And I follow Sunny, but a lot of the stuff that she be talking about, I don't know what the hell she be talking about. Because you know, Sunny from the street sector. So I don't be knowing too much what she be talking about over there. But I did hear that she dropped his address and people was looking at his house because who was I watching? Was I watching Bree? No. Okay, I was watching Jay Dunn. That's who I was watching. I was watching Jay Dunn. And she had VS up there, and she had what's that white guy name? What's his name? I can't remember that white guy's name. But they was on Jay Dunn's panel, and they were talking about the houses down in New Orleans and how a lot of the houses look alike. I mean, a lot of them houses. I've never been to New Orleans. I would love to go there one day. Maybe even run into Ken and his wife. But a lot of those houses, they call them those shotgun houses because you can like literally walk in the front door and see out the back door. They kind of long. And I used to do a little research on different houses because y'all know I used to be in real estate years ago. So certain architecture has always, I've admired certain architecture, especially on the older homes. So I used to do a little research on the homes down there because I always wondered why the houses was always so goddamn long. Like you walk past the living room, you walk past a bedroom, the bathroom, you walk past a kitchen, then there's another bedroom and another bedroom, all on the same damn flow, just straight back. And I'm like, who came up with this idea? But I guess it's just beneficial the way the land is set up down there. And, it does save a lot of space. But, a lot of those houses, they're close together and a lot of them is on stilts and stuff, because they might be in the flood zone. But yeah, I used to do all kind of research on different communities, across the world just because I was interested. That's what happens when you're in real estate. Just like how I'm into cakes. I'm a cake decorator, so I watch a lot of cake videos. I do a lot of research on, things that I admire and like to do. But I hate the fact that she put his address on there, even though I heard that somebody said his address was already put out there. But I'm like, why y'all putting people addresses out? Y'all don't know. Motherfuckers might be crazy and might try to show up to somebody's house. Now, I'm pretty sure Ken and his wife probably, they probably working with something down there just in case somebody knock on their door because most people are, including me. Shit, I'm working with a 9 milli. I don't know if they're working with something, but most people are. So while y'all dropping people addresses, y'all be careful with that shit. Really be careful with that because some people are crazy and they can get into some really funky situations that could have been prevented. So yeah, that's a part of doxing. That's a part of doxing. And I don't do that shit. I stay far from that shit. Sometimes people even send me shit. And just like a lot of y'all, I'll be getting the same emails. That a lot of y'all get, and I just be looking at that shit like What you want me to do with that? I ain't doing a damn thing with that. Not a damn thing. But what else did I see before I get off of here? Okay, Lady Nika and Uppity. Okay, Brianna. She went to Patreon. There are a few people in the B sector that are actually on Patreon. A lot of people in other sectors, especially like really big YouTubers and content creators, Patreon is like a normal thing to them. They have their YouTube, they have their IG, their TikTok, all that shit. And they have Patreon. I don't know if people prefer Patreon for a specific reason over memberships, because the thing about it with memberships or Patreon, I understand why Bree went to Patreon because of the fact she's not monetized. Her channel got snatched. So, you know, I absolutely understand why Bree went to Patreon. It makes a lot of sense for me. And if I still wanted to do commentary on social media and I wanted to get paid for it, I probably would open up a Patreon too. I even thought about, matter of fact, I had an account on Patreon years ago, but I just never advertised it. I never promoted it. I never even put a money amount on there. I just created it and it kind of just sat there. And I'm sure if I look up my password or whatever, it's probably still there. And what else? How you doing, Riz? What else? But yeah, it's probably still there. But I absolutely understand why she's going to Patreon. The thing about Patreon, though, kind of like memberships, is you definitely understand that your commentary is not private. Just like memberships are not private, you always gonna have a troll or two in your Patreon and in your memberships. And next thing you know, that shit gonna be on LSA. It's gonna be on the alley. And then it's gonna be talked about throughout the B sector. But that's why people make people pay. Okay, this you gonna pay to see this shit. You gonna pay. But I definitely understand why she's gonna do that. Now, KRN, he got a new channel, KRN Talk. I'm gonna have to look that up so I can subscribe, because I didn't subscribe when I was watching his live. I totally forgot because there was so much shit going on. I was just hopping panel to panel or channel to channel. So I do need to go and subscribe to his channel. But he is right now not planning to do too much beef sector type of content, which some people are shying away from. I know. So I heard somebody say that he's doing it because he don't want to be he don't want it to jeopardize his job, or he don't want to be dodged because of all the different moves that he's making in his career. You know, when it comes to shit like that, I definitely, if that was the case, which he is like, dox away. If y'all think y'all can dox me, I've been on here all these years, dox me, whatever. Do what you do. But when it comes to shit like that with your career, that is one of the reasons why I never got into the beefing like that on here. Because I know how crazy my mouth can be. I know now I don't have no temper where I'm just going off at the drop of a hat, you know, at the blink of an eye, you know, nothing like that. But I know if somebody gets me really upset, I know how I can return it. Okay. So in the back and forth and it being on a public platform and anybody can see it and, you know, different things like that. I'm like, oh, I remember one time somebody had started following me on social media on Facebook. And I hit up my sis. I was like, oh my God, this lady, this really high up lady at my fucking job just started following me on social media. And I was posting like some of my videos and all that kind of shit on there. And they was like, well, what you gonna do? I said, well, should I block her? Because if I block her, what if we have a conversation? Because I mean, this is somebody who I talk to almost on a regular basis at work, but we never talked outside of work. I got her phone number. She got mine. If I need her, I can call her on the weekends as emergency man. Something going on, without telling y'all what I do at work. But I don't know what to do. And I'm like, oh, fuck. So, people will follow you and they will find you, especially if they're coworkers. It's natural for a coworker to try to find you. And that's another reason why I don't accept friend requests from coworkers. If I didn't know your ass, for years, umpteen years, if I wasn't out in the street with you and maybe in some fuck shit or grew up with you or went to school with you, something like that, and we end up working together, you good. You probably already follow me on social media anyway. But if you weren't, I would add you. If you try to follow me. But if you're just some person at work I didn't know before we met at work, oh no, you will sit there all day waiting until I feel like deleting your friend request. I don't do the work friends on my social media. I absolutely do not. And I done had people like send me friend requests, and then at work they like, girl, I sent you a friend. Girl, I'm like, oh, you did? I don't know why I didn't get it. Facebook be tripping. Instagram be tripping. I don't know. I'll check when I get home. No. Thank you. That's what I'm saying, Jill. You can't block them from watching your shit on here. And so what I do on my social media, my public posts on Facebook are all advertising posts. My t-shirts, my cakes, my crafts, things like that. That's all you're going to see when you go to my Facebook, all up and down that bitch. And I got a ton of followers, all up and down that bitch. Cakes, cakes, that's what you see, t-shirts, cakes, crafts, different shit that you could request and order and purchase and whoop. And everything else is on private. Like things that I definitely don't want the public to see, it's only set for friends. And everything else is public, like only my advertisement, because I definitely want people to, support my businesses and stuff like that. But on here on YouTube, anybody can see your shit. You can block them out your chat, but you can't block them from seeing your posts and your videos or your behavior, be it good or bad. So that's why from the gate, when I first started getting on YouTube, now I might cuss like a damn sailor. I can do that all day, every day. I don't give a damn who the fuck knows that I cuss like a sailor. People in my real life know I cuss with the best of them. That's the environment I come from. That's just the environment I came from. Parents cussed at their kids growing up. We got cussed out all the goddamn time. That's why, again, when I saw them going at pizza for being caught on her phone or on her live cussing at her daughter, I was like, child, let me bring my kids on here and tell y'all how many ways I done cussed them from, how many different ways from Sunday I done cussed them over the years. And they grown and I'll still cuss their ass out. Shit, let them do something dumb or something that they shouldn't do, that they know better, and they grown. What the fuck is wrong with you? Y'all motherfuckers crazy? Didn't I tell y'all how many times? Like, come on now, you grown now. You gotta be on your grown nigga shit. I'll still cuss my kids out. And they'll sit right there and they'll listen. They'll either take my advice, which is usually what they do. I know, mom. Like when I was live during the snowstorm and my son called me and I had to put y'all on hold. And when I got back on here, I said, this motherfucker sitting out in the snow for an hour. He done wrecked, tore up his whole front end, everything. The steering wheel just spinning. He can't even push the motherfucker to the side or anything because the steering wheel. You remember that, Mr. Boston? I was like, why the fuck is you still sitting out there? All my homies on their way, mom. The homies, you wait almost an hour to call me and tell me you stranded somewhere. Yeah, I was cussing my ass off. And he was like, Mom, I didn't call you because, and I'm like, should I come and get you? I mean, should I get out in this shit? You know, I got a 4-wheel drive, you know, good tires. And he was like, no, just stay at home. Just stay at home. I was like, dude, make sure you call me when you get home. Yeah, I was cussing. Shit. 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 I wish somebody would tell me not to cuss my motherfucking kids out. Shit. That's one way I kept their asses in line, trust and believe. My words can be really lethal when I'm pissed off at you. And that's another reason why I don't beef on here. Because I know, and I don't want that type of behavior out there. So there's times when people have said shit about me on here, but I really don't give a fuck. You know why I don't give a fuck? Because it's on here. It's keyboard gangsters on here. They don't know nothing about that real gangster life. They don't know nothing about really being out there in the hood and fighting, you know, scratching and surviving. They don't know nothing about that. Running from bullets. They don't know nothing about that. They just on here doing it for commentary and to get a rise out of people. And of course we like the entertainment, but it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. And it's definitely not for me. I might say something back smart. I might come on here and make a live about what somebody said about me. But I'm not doing the back and forth and cussing and spitting and snotting and sweating all over this motherfucker. I'm not. I'm not. Show not. Shit. I was at my motherfucking cousin's house last week. Oh, for the party where I was when I did the video, you know, the cake that I made, the heart cake just recently. I made that for my cousin for her birthday. And when I say everybody up in there, locked and loaded down to the 19, 20, 21 year olds. Everybody don't play those YouTube games in real. We don't do that. We don't do that. And we don't hide it either. Shit, we can carry pistols in our city. We can have them on our hip. We can have them on our dashboard, in our seat. Which one of my little cousins walked up to me and said, I see you got your shit. Yep, I see. I know you see it. It's meant to be seen. It's meant to be seen. Shit, I'm walking up in there and everybody hugging each other and everybody can feel each other's shit. Like, it's meant to be seen. Everybody don't play those games, those keyboard. Everybody don't do that shit in real life. Shit, people will see you in real life and fuck you up. And a lot of people who are set up that way, they ain't gonna be on here doing all that shit because it's a waste of breath. It's a waste of breath. For me to argue with somebody all day, every day on here, it's a waste of breath. I don't have the mental capacity to do it because I know where I will mentally go. Let me just put it that way. I know where I will mentally go. And so I don't get down like that on here. In real life, I'll never get on here and talk about fight like Lemon. But I didn't have my family members. I didn't have my friends. I didn't have my sisters. I didn't have my brothers on my platform on here. And we talked about the shit that we used to do growing up, all the fighting, all the gangbang, all that shit. Like, everybody ain't built for that shit. So when people be on here talking all that mad shit, all that rah, you can tell who ain't about that life. And that's why people can say shit about me. And I'm just like, okay. I'm gonna still be on here talking my shit and doing my commentary. And what you gonna do about it?
Hey, boo.
What's up?
Oh man, I just sitting there listening to what you were saying, and I was like, yeah, I'm the same way. I can't do that rah shit.
I can't. Not on here. In real life, I don't even do that in real life anymore because I'm too old. I'm a whole grandma out here in these streets. I can't be out here fighting and acting a donkey all the time, and I'm a whole grandma. Like, Well,
I'm gonna say this too. It's like, I'm not trying to chase nobody on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Even though let's say I wasn't married. Let's say this was me. Like when you first met me, I was single, right? Did you see me going after no dude on here? No.
Nope.
Because first off, that's always drama. You know what I mean? It's always going to cause some kind of issue because if you're good, you're good. But if you break up, you're going to have issues, right? It's going to be all content. And to me, real life shouldn't be content. Like
everything shouldn't be content. And the people who do be fucking around with people on here, sometimes the thing they do work. You know what I'm saying?
It's rare though.
It's rare that they do work. But see what I say, Charlie, all the time is when you see people doing fuck shit on here to a lot of people, those are not the people you want to be behind the scenes with.
I will say, I ship it. But anyway, see what had happened was the way I would say it would have to be a situation to where you may have met through here, but you don't keep it on here.
Right.
So nobody even knows about your stuff, your business, what you got going on in your life. Because I met my husband through a streaming apparatus called YouNow, but we ain't never put our relationship out there on the streets and used it for content or nothing like that because that's our private life. You know what I mean? When you start involving other people, they're going to have opinions and they're valid. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's right, Miss LA.
Keep your personal business to yourself, and I learned that real quick. Without even saying the incident, Charlie. You know what I'm talking about. I said a little shit on here that sparked the flame, and it just went through the beef sector. I was like, oh nope. Let me keep my mouth shut from now on.
Well, that's like.
Because I don't want nobody out there talking about me or talking about somebody else and making us content and all this kind of stuff. Like, so,
it ain't worth it. And like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and whoever decides to do wish lists and anybody who wants to do them, because I've been told, hey, Charlie, you should do a wish list because, I moved in my house a few years ago, right? And everybody's like, you should do it for a housewarming thing. I totally forgot about it 3 or 4 years ago now and still ain't done it. But, hey, my boo-boo. Hey, Jill. Hey, Miss LA.
Hey, my boo. How you doing, love? Welcome, everybody. Make sure y'all like and share the video. I mean, even like, did you see that Remix is still out there, Dragon Bree?
And ain't nobody listening either.
He literally made a video today talking about she up there graduating, all this kind of stuff, and begging for money, and she need to be in the gym, and her man ain't there no more. He done left her. And
Hold on.
He's really talking a lot of shit.
He's saying she need to be okay, but he was attracted to her. How you gonna say that she need to go to the gym, or you talk about her weight, or you say these things about her, but you wanted to be with her?
Thank you. And I'm like, shit, if a nigga fuck with me, he can see me all up and down. I'm a big bitch. Don't be talking about me 3 months later when we broke up, that big bitch. You like that big bitch, okay? Shit. You better lift that fupa up, motherfucker, and get to work. Shit. But I can't believe he's still over there talking shit and she ain't even thinking about his ass. And see, that's the thing that I don't like. Is when you just constantly going back and forth with each other. That's one thing. But if you just talking shit about somebody and they just literally paying you dust.
It makes you look obsessive. It makes you look bad.
Exactly. And you a whole nigga.
And you can't get it out the dirt no other way but to use Bree's name. I'm sorry, but that makes you look weak as hell.
Girl, after he did his video, he was like, y'all get my numbers up. Y'all get my hours up. I'm trying to get monetized. Y'all make sure y'all. And I'm like, that's all he doing. He trying to get his channel monetized.
He trying to get it off of Bree's back.
Off of Bree's back. Yep. And I ain't trying to defend the girl, but I'm just saying, it looks crazy.
You're telling the truth because I would say that about anybody, right? I don't care if I like you or I don't like you. The truth is the truth. The facts don't care about your feelings, baby. If you sitting there steadily going on months later because the biggest shows you've ever had her name in it, you're using her for clout, point blank, period. Like I know if I put in my Tyler Moore specific names, right? I know that it'll bring some of the clout. It'll bring people over. It'll bring people looking at it. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's clickbait, which I wouldn't do. But everybody knows. Like there's certain names that pay, right? There's certain names that bring
Absolutely.
numbers. What up? Well, the thing is, that's my brother
Absolutely.
from another mother. I co-host with him on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and we do mental health awareness.
Well, what's up? Hey, everybody. Yes, please make sure you like and
Hey,
share
Miss
the
Rob.
video. And what Mr. Boston say, he said the hood table. I remember I was thinking about trolling you around 2001. Then I stopped listening to you, and I BS started liking to like. Oh, you started like. Oh, you started.
That's
liking.
OG Jamal. You know Jamal.
Yeah, I be forgetting though. I be forgetting.
I
though.
know because it's Mr. Boston. Every time I turn around, I have to remember myself. I be like, oh crap, that's Jamal. That's Jamal. That's Jamal.
Well, see, the thing is, every time I see his name, I remember that he was somebody else. I just can't always remember the name of who it was. So when you had put it in the chat earlier, I was like, that's it. It's Jamal. It's Jamal.
Yeah, you know his troll game be strong. He that's some of the things he like to do, but when he actually likes a person, he doesn't troll them, right? But that's his like that's something he likes to do. Like I've noticed when I was in the Mo3 sector with him, that was something like people would believe some shit, and I'd be laughing because I'd be like, he trolling like a mofo, and these motherfuckers believing it.
And you know, I paid the man. I'm telling you, I paid the trolls get no. I pay no. The trolls just be trolling. If they leave a comment, block. I don't go back and forth. I know some people don't mind trolls in their chat as long as they don't go too far.
I like the trolls that are
block them.
Well, see, there's different kind of trolling, right? And there's different kinds of trolls. Now, OG Jamal, I like him as a troll because he just makes up outlandish stories or crazy stuff, just being funny. But then there are those trolls who like try to really hurt people. Those I don't like. What up, Mr. Eddie?
So, the hood table, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
And let you know that I am not a troll. I don't troll. My channel used to be called All Things Serious before I had a falling out with the community. And I said, it's time for a change. And I changed my name to Well, the Thing Is. And yes. And then in my hunt after change. Huh?
What do you mean you fell out with the community? Are you talking about the community?
No, it was a different.
No, I was saying hey to you.
Oh, I thought you meant like the LBGT. That's what I
thought.
Oh
no, it was true. It was a true crime thing.
Okay,
it was over in a whole other sector of YouTube, child.
Yeah, I had a falling out in the true crime community. A creator that's she's getting destroyed by everybody else. And I was a friend and yeah. And she decided to go live, dogging me, make it, spreading lies with no receipts. I said to her, bring the receipts if it happened. If you ain't got no receipts, it didn't happen.
That's what I will say over here at the hood table and over here at the beef sector. We all about them receipts, baby. If you ain't got them receipts,
absolutely. And what up, Miss Ray?
I'm about receipts too. I am about receipts too. So when I changed my channel name to Well, the Thing Is, I went on the hunt looking for a co-host, and I found Charlie. And and
something you may not know, Mr. Eddie, is that the first panel I ever hit before I became a CC and was panel ho and foe and being a helpful co-host occasionally when she needed me was the hood table.
Yes. Charlie, she will help you run a show. She's very entertaining. She's very knowledgeable, especially when it comes to different things in the sectors, trending news, true crime, all that kind of stuff. She's a great co-host.
Yeah, she is. And she's brought some energy back into my life because I've been lacking it.
That's what's up. I'm glad to hear that. And he does sound like Mr. Beasley, huh, Mr. Boston? A little bit.
Yeah, but he white.
I'll tell you this.
Like me.
I'm originally from Florida, but I moved to New Hampshire, which is just north of Massachusetts, for 25 years. Okay. So, Do I know Boston pretty well? Yes, but I like Cambridge better. Okay, so yeah, and he can hate on it all he wants, Mr. Boston.
No,
I like
his name
Cambridge better.
Beasley. Beasley is a gentleman that's from the black sector, and you know, they're just saying that your voice sounds similar to his, and it's just because the way you talk, kind of talk like me.
I think
okay.
Beasley's voice was a little bit more, what do you call it? What am I trying to say? A little raspier. If his was a little bit more raspier, yeah. But yeah, you do sound similar to him, and I think. Did they find out that it was really true? I think Goosey confirmed that he did pass away, right?
Wait, Beasley? For real?
Yeah. Like a long time ago, like a month or so.
That I gotta make sure that's real. Like I gotta make sure that's real. I don't know if I believe
Goosey,
that.
Yeah, Goosey and him was talking, you know, because Goosey been knowing him since he was like 16 or a teen, you know, from games or something like that. And I think Goosey had talked about it, and yeah,
because Beasley used to come on my show all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like he'd come up and talk to me about his morning coffee, because you know he like coming over there because I was just chill on my channel. You know what I'm saying? And he used to come up every morning, and we just, because we bull crap about everything, you know, because I don't just cover beef sector stuff or sector stuff in general, the different places that I go, right? I just be talking about everything. And we'd just be up there, you know, just talking. He'd come up there, he'll start, you know, his trolling the different CCs that I like, you know what I'm saying? And you know,
but yeah, I think it's true though, Charlie, because I remember they was talking about it. I was like, well, you know, my condolences, rest in peace. I said the last time me and Beasley talked, he was cussing me out on Big Rid's platform because I was, you know, telling him to stop saying certain things on his panel.
I talked to him after that.
Yeah, which could jeopardize, you know, Rig's channel, and he just went off.
He did hit my panel like right after that. And I talked to him. I said, no, I said, you know that the hood table is not like that. And he goes, yeah, I know. I said, well, you know the hood table, she gonna tell you not to say certain trigger words because it could hurt Big Rig. Not that she's trying to tell you what to do. I said, you know, she lets you say what you're gonna say. You've done it on her platform before. You go, yeah. We had a conversation about it. But yeah, Big Man is good. I have physically spoken to Big Man. So that was a whole lot.
I went in his video and I kept trying to, there was nothing there. I don't know if he had ended it, but there was like people and trolling in the chat saying, don't click on the link, it's spam. This is not really Big Man. And I was like, what the hell is going on?
That was really Big Man. He was for real live. I have spoken to him personally on IG, talked to him heard his voice, was not no fake, was not nobody else pretending to be. It was Big Man, and he is absolutely fine. He had you know, some health stuff come up. He had some stuff he need to take a break from, you know, just take a little break off the internet. You know how it goes. And then people started that damn rumor or whatnot. And he said, you know, it kind of hurt his feelings a little bit when people started that rumor that he had passed. And then ran with it like they do, you know, and literally he's like, you know, that's why he started reaching out to different content creators. He reached out to Nicole Tyler and S. Hutchinson had sent him the, I blew him up, so he hit me up. You know what I'm saying? And so I went in, as soon as he hit me up that day, I went into YTC's and I said, can everybody help me get out the word that Big Man's fine, that I physically spoke to him. Then I made a community post, and I tried to tag as many people as I could think of the big CCs that do shows every day. So that they could try to get it out to their people and that it was a confirmation. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm glad that he's fine.
I'm glad that he's doing well too, because
I was
happening to just going through my my IG messages. You know how some of them be held or something. And so I don't know. He sent me a message a long time ago talking about, can I get some of that cake that you over there making? I just saw that like recently, and I was like thinking about him, like, oh my God, I hope, you know. And then I heard that people was talking to him and stuff. So I'm glad that he's doing okay, because he's always been pretty fond of Big Man TV. He's funny.
They try to say that about Pretty Eyes T, right? And Pretty Eyes T's been live. Like, she's doing her thing. This one, another sector now, right?
Is she?
Yeah, she's over there doing like sports and stuff. Like, Pretty Eyes T is fine. It was her brother who passed away, and somebody went around saying it was her. But she's just fine. She's doing they do sports highlights and they talk about football and things like that.
Okay.
She's in the she moves around the trash talk sector a little bit because I've been seeing her over there. I'll be over there, and you know what I'm saying. She does the sports highlights, kind of like Daniel Berry. Do you know Daniel Berry be everywhere? Like, I mean, when I tell you, I see him from beef sector to black sector to Mo3 sector to trash talk sector to the almost every single sector that I visited, and everybody knows him. I'm like, how many mama know this one? How many people he be supporting in a day's time? You know what I'm saying? That's like you to Hood Table. Like, you be so damn supportive of people when you can, when you ain't working too hard.
I do try to support a lot of people, and I know I have a busy schedule, but when it's not too busy, even if I'm working, I try to drop down in people's chats, like, share, you know, post it on my wall, you know, things like that. I be trying. It's so many people that I know a lot of us probably, I know for me, I at least follow maybe 500, 600 people on YouTube. And so, you know, it's kind of hard to, you know, see everything and everybody, but definitely the ones who really support me, I really support them. Like, seriously, I really do.
I have like 6 songs that I did for you and the Hood, you and Big Rigs. Whenever y'all get a chance or whatnot.
Oh yeah, I told him we just got to get a second to get our schedule together so we can sit down.
Oh, I know how that goes, child. That way y'all, because there's like 6, 7, 8. I use 2 of them are the original lyrics, and there's like 5 or 6, 7. I don't know how many that I did like brand new lyrics to see what I could come up with, like what they would, you know how the AI does, right? So I got this.
I don't know. We so attached to the one we got now, though, Charlie. I don't know if I want to.
I don't know. I know that if I with this, I know there's a way that I could play around with it to try to get something similar to that. You know what I'm saying? With the let's go.
It's just lit. It's just perfect. I mean, besides the part where it has
says broke,
the wrong skyline, you know, that doesn't totally match my area, but it does represent the Midwest. That's the only thing that I would have wanted changed if it could be changed. But
now that can be changed. That's simple as going in there and you know, editing out that video and putting a different one. But when I do that. I'm probably going to need you on a private StreamYard to show you the different Midwest ones because I don't know which one is your area.
Well, mine is right here in the background. That's one of them, but that's a nighttime scene.
Yeah, these are moving videos. So
I just have to show me which ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have to get you on there, then show you the Canva to show you which videos they have.
Yeah, definitely. We can do that.
Because otherwise I'm going to be guessing.
Okay, it's only one O and E though. It's only one O and O to the N to the E.
Did you see stuff over there at Miss Bizarro's?
What happened at Pizzas?
Girl, when I tuned in,
somebody said Jason was over there dragging pizza on his panel.
I don't know about that. I do know, but what I tuned in for, as soon as I tuned in, she was live like 5-6 hours. I think she still is. And like when I tuned in, I just heard Krista and Jordan Dash, you know, Lemon.
Who came up with that name? Did Trish really come up with that name for him?
I don't know, but she told him he don't need to go by, you know, his moniker or whatnot. And but they was going back. BBW and him was going back and forth. And then Trish popped up there and they was going back and forth. And Goosey was up there and Bree and they was just, you know, I was like, you know, I ain't even getting into this BBW and Lemon stuff no more because y'all be doing this 1 minute and then, oh, I love you the next. I'm I ain't. Mm-mm.
Yeah,
I don't know about
one
anybody
minute
else, but
Mrs. Lemon, the next minute she misses somebody, then she's back to Mrs. Lemon.
well, she
Yeah.
says she gets back with that dude in her real life come September, possibly.
Hold on, who?
You know that one dude that was her ex that she was with in real life?
No. Oh, him. Okay.
Yeah. She says she's supposed to be getting back with him come September.
Why?
I'll explain you why. She said he got till September to get his stuff together, because she don't want to wait no 11 years. And that's when her celibacy thing hits. And she said, so he got until September to get his shit together. If he don't have it by then, they ain't getting back together. That's what she
said.
said.
Long time. Wait, what is it? March, April, May?
Well, he got a long time to get his shit together and before, you know what I'm saying, and then whatever she needs in order.
But what type of shit is he got to get together?
I don't know.
Mean, at this age in life, what do you got to get together? You either got it or you don't got it, and you ain't getting it.
She wouldn't expand on that. She said something of some real life stuff that needed to be talked about and done or something. I don't really know.
Ain't no way I'm fucking around with no 50-year-old, 60-year-old motherfucker and talking about if you don't get your shit together. Bitch, bye. Shit.
I'd rather be the crazy cat lady for the rest of my life.
Fuck.
I'd rather just go ahead and be crazy. You know what I'm saying? And do my thing.
All your teens, all your 20s, your 30s, your 40s. Come on now. What the fuck is you trying to get together again? That doesn't make no sense. Say by the time you're 50, you should have a pretty nice 401k. You should have a little bit in the bank. I ain't saying a lot of bit, but because we ain't even, some of us ain't got shit. But I'm saying you should have something. Shit, a crib.
At least $5. At least $5.
Yeah, something. Yeah, take me out to the Golden Corral. Take me out somewhere to Applebee's. Chili's.
Oh, I just went to Applebee's the other day. I ain't never been to Applebee's. I've been to Chili's. Applebee's. I've been to Chili's, right? But I've never tried our Applebee's. And hubby up in New York had like bad experiences with Applebee's where he from. But when we went to the one down here, it was good, and it was like better than Chili's. Had way more like things you could choose from. Yep. Yeah, and I was like, shoot, I'm coming back. Thank you, Applebee's. You my new friend.
They wings is everything. I love Applebee's, but
see in the South, you got to know the difference. Well, when it comes to certain things, right? Like New York is known for its pizza, okay? It ain't known for its steak. It ain't known for its other things. It's known for its pizza. Like, you go to Philly. What's Philly known for? It's cheesesteak.
Cheesesteaks.
Okay? But when you go to the South, what is the South known for? Soul food.
Barbecue. Soul food.
Okay.
Fried chicken.
In the South can cook anything underneath the sun.
Yep.
And it's gonna taste good. Especially if it's got soul in it.
Yep, I'm gonna say it's Hood Table knows, even though she's from the Midwest, she got people from down here. You know what I'm saying? From down south, from
Mississippi, Tennessee. Yeah. I still got people. Most of my family is still in Memphis. Like that's where my family. Well, they derived from Mississippi, a small town on the border of Memphis. Then they migrated to Memphis over the years. But yeah, that's where most of my family at. Memphis.
Clarksdale.
No, not. And if I'm wrong about the South that it's cooking, if I'm wrong about it, let me know.
No, I don't think anybody's going to disagree.
I'll die on that molehill because I'm from the South and I've lived up north for many years. And the best places that you have for cooking, the cooks come from the South.
Yep.
Like when I was in New Hampshire, I went to this place called Casey's Rib Shack. All right. And they had collard greens. They had mashed potatoes and gravy, mac and cheese. They had brisket. They had barbecue ribs. And I was like, where is the cook from? North Carolina?
That explains it.
Mm-hmm.
The South. You know, and I was like, man, I want to tip the cook himself. I had to. I had to tip the cook himself. So he comes out and I gave him $50. I said this food was phenomenal. And I know $50 ain't much, but it was just a thought that counted.
$50 is a lot. What you saying?
Tip, that's pretty
I will
nice.
tell you this. The food was so good, I would have paid more.
Yeah.
Like if he would have gave me my tab, if he would have said your tab is $300, right? The food was so good, I would have paid $300 for my meal.
Mm-hmm.
That must have been some bomb ass food, because I ain't paying that much for not.
Oh, it was.
Shit.
It was.
Mm-hmm.
The collard greens were mouth watering. You know, like if you like collard greens, right? I like collard greens. You know, they were made perfectly, right amount of vinegar, right amount of pork. I don't know if he used ham hock bone in his or chitlins, but whatever he used in it, it was the right amount of flavoring. You know, the brisket was so juicy, it melted in your mouth. The rib meat fell off the bone. Everything was homemade. They don't use frozen. You know, the mashed potatoes and gravy. Man, oh my God.
Who was that said that they went to a restaurant just recently and somebody gave them some box mashed potatoes? It was a Brie time out that she was, oh yeah, it was the last vacation she was. She said that she was ready to she did a chargeback on her card for that nasty ass food because they gave her damn box mashed potatoes. They gave her the damn that like that, you know, that mashed, like the hospital mashed potatoes. You know what I mean? And she said she did. Wow. I was like laughing like hell when she said that.
Now, restaurants, they know they bad if they using some box mashed potatoes in a restaurant. That's sad.
Oh, girl, I gotta tell you something. I cried. I'm gonna tell you something. I went to a soul food restaurant down here, and their barbecue phenomenal, right? Everything, and so I see they got a new menu item. And it's mac and cheese. So I'm thinking baked mac and cheese. I'm thinking even if it ain't baked, it's the good stuff on top of the stove with the extra cheese and it's gooey and good, right? Baby, they served me that damn blue box mac and cheese, and it was watery, not cheesy. I'm like, how the hell did you mess this up? And I was so sad, I cried. Like I was expecting the best mac and cheese of your life. You know what I'm saying? When I know how good their other food is, their other stuff, right? I was expecting like the best. It's from where I'm originally from, right? And there's an older black lady in the thing, and an older black man who cooks the barbecue. It's the best food you ever ate in your life. Old soul food. You know what I'm saying? Best food. And then all of a sudden, I was so excited.
Did you say something?
I walked out. I didn't even say nothing. I just walked away and cried. I couldn't even get it out. I was like, when I showed him, I said, you got to taste this. I made him taste it and made him try a bite. And he was like, ooh, God. I was like, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. It was, my dog wouldn't even eat it.
Oh, wow. That's horrible. That's absolutely, that's sad.
It was bad, girl. I was expecting like baked mac and cheese. I was spending like grandmama's mac and cheese, what I was expecting, right? And then I get the box stuff, and it was watery.
Oh my gosh! You know what? Crying. If I ain't making my mac and cheese the Southern way baked, I don't make it. Like, you know, the box mac and cheese. I used to use those like Kraft when my kids was real little.
Yeah, just because they're easy and fast.
Picky eaters, things like that with kids. But as they got older, and of course their palate grew, that's when I did more different type of foods for them.
I bet your box was still better than that stuff.
It probably would be, but honest to God, I can't. It's probably been like 20 years since I bought a box of Kraft. Like I've always made my own mac and cheese. But as a restaurant, it's just certain things that you should do as a restaurant. That's like me being a custom cake decorator of luxury cakes, and I'm buying my frosting out of the store in the little container at Walmart instead of making my frostings homemade. Like, if you're gonna do it, you have to go all the way as a professional. No cutting corners.
Girl, it wasn't.
Is that what you do? Is that what you do? Is bake cakes?
Yeah,
That's one of the things she does.
I mean, yeah, that's one. That's one of the things that I do.
You probably made them 5-figure, 6-figure cakes for them celebrities. You probably made those fancy cakes. They got the diamonds all over it, the jewelry, you know, or it looks like diamonds. You know, you're a fancy cake decorator, aren't you?
Like that one?
Oh, show him my favorite
damn.
one if you got it on there. Show him my favorite.
Oh damn!
Just let's do some cake
damn.
love right now, because I'm just saying.
Oh my God, that's gorgeous.
That's an order I did last month.
Oh my God, that is gorgeous. I got to drop down. I'll be back.
Yeah, those are just a few of my custom cake decorations, baby.
That's what I'm talking about. My sis from another
Your
mister
your girl don't play when it comes to the cake decoration. Okay.
Don't make me do the
Let me get this off the screen.
Girl, you make me hungry.
Girl, but somebody had just hit me up. Somebody had just hit me up. Girl, I promise you, people be hit Charlie. Sometimes I be joking, but I be really serious too. Like when I be talking about Big Red, Big Red, when he be saying my hours are 9 to 5. Because I be having people, I promise you, people be hitting me up at 12:30 at night, 2 a.m., 11 o'clock at night, inboxing me, texting me, can I get a cake made for next week? Can I get a cake made for this? I'm like, people will just hit you up any type of fucking old hour of the day. And I be like, are you serious? I don't ever respond either, because I used to. When I first started decorating cakes for people, it didn't matter what time it was. I'd be like texting back 2, 3 in the morning. Okay, I'll hit you up in tomorrow. I don't do that shit no more, but I still be like, the nerve of people inboxing you or text you at that time of the day. You know what I'm saying? It's very weird. It's very weird. But yeah, I got some things coming up, and graduation season is almost around the corner, Charlie. This year is just fast.
You probably got cake orders already for graduation coming in right now.
Cake orders, t-shirt orders, stuff like that. Excuse me, stuff like that. And graduation season, it'll be here so fast. It's already March.
Sorry, I've been sick.
Already March, April, May. It's the year is just, I can't. And trust me, I'm looking forward to summer, but I'm like, damn, it's already March.
Yeah, I swear to God, I just blinked. My son turned 18. I don't feel right about it. He's like way too grown. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I feel like I just blinked. He just turned sweet 16. Now he's 18. And it was like every time you turn around, it's like you blink and like so much time has passed.
I know, right? I'm still not getting over the fact like I'm sad or anything like that, but I can't believe my youngest is out the house. Like he got his own crib, his own pot, you know, paying his own bills. I mean, of course, I raised my kids to help out around the house. You got a job, you able-bodied, you a man. Oh, you gonna work and help pay bills wherever you stay, even at mama house. So you know they had that home training. And you know how to budget money and all that kind of stuff and pay bills. But every time he be calling me like, "Hey, mama, how y'all do it?" Well, like all those years, how you do it? Like, shoot, you just gotta keep going forward. You just gotta keep moving. Because one thing you can't do when you got kids is just give up. And I know people do, Charlie, and kids end up in foster care or living somewhere or on the street or abused, but you just can't give up. And that's why I work like 2, 3, 4, 5, 11 jobs raising them. And I'm still a hustler. 2, 3, 4, 5 different, streams of income. It just never dies. That hustle mentality.
You got to have it in this day. And even back in the day, you always had to have it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you want to live a good life, you got to have that hustle mentality. And that's one good thing. We talk about, the good parts of the hood or the good parts of learning the street culture or getting it from there, right? That's one of them. If you take that same mentality, but switch it to the good parts when you get out of it, right? Or even if you're still living around it, you know what I mean? Get out of street life. You take that hustle mentality with you.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. And when I watched like my parents, like my mom, she wasn't like no hustler. Like she worked I think she had like 3 jobs. She worked at a hospital once. She worked at a hotel. She was always like doing housekeeping, different things like that. Or she would work for the really rich people in the suburbs and in the rich communities, and she would do like their housekeeping. Oh, she got paid really good when she was doing that. But for the most part, she was mainly a stay-at-home mom, a housekeeper or a homekeeper, whatever you call that shit, at home. So she didn't have the hustle mentality. I got that from my stepdad, the hustle mentality. And then, different
Homemaker.
Homemaker, and from different other people in our family that were out there hustling. So I got that from her. But as far as keeping home and tending to kids and, cooking and, I got that from her. But the hustle mentality, I definitely got that from like my stepdad and, other family members,
So shout out to all the stepdads out there who stepped up when you didn't have to. Thank y'all for being amazing men. To the stepmoms who step up, because I'm gonna say this. This would be a topic I would broach for you and Big Riggs. When we talk about like families, y'all do parents and topics and stuff like that.
Yeah, because we both got step parents. He got a stepmom, I got a stepdad. So yeah. Me, myself, and I, if in case my ex had been there, was, responsible like your exes were, being, stepping up to be a father. He was never there. But if he had been, and he had met a lady who would be an amazing, I would not be one of those women who be hating if my son decided to call his stepmother mom, because if she earned that title, you know what I'm saying, and he felt comfortable enough to call her that, I would feel blessed that my child had a secondary person that he felt that close to, because I know there's nobody in this world that could ever take my place. You know what I'm saying? I know that. So I'm secure in my foundation as his mother. You know what I mean? But if he felt like, and that's something that I see that sometimes these baby mamas and all that, they'd be so hateful when their partner moves on, or even the baby father be hating, you know what I'm saying, on the mama when she finally move on and finds somebody who's actually good to her and the kids, if the kids decide to call them, whatever title they decide to give them. Now, I don't believe in parents pushing their kid to call somebody else that. I believe in letting the child decide if they want to, because I've seen that opposite effect in a friend of mine who has had every dude she's dated within the first week or two, she's had her kids calling him daddy. Oh, hell no.
Her kids literally have been through a lot because of that, and I'm not going to go into it fully. But also her kids do not respect her and have said some very choicy things to her. And in and out of mental institution kind of thing, in and out of therapy, real bad problems, right? Real bad mentally. And that's a topic I was going to broach to you and Big Riggs about possibly talking about, step parents, how they do, how do y'all feel about it? Like, something like that. Because I love when we have like the deep conversations over from the block to the hood table about parenting and hell, we need to have another grown folk conversation too.
Oh, you know what? Hold up. You know, Riggs and I are discussing. I don't know if he was in the chat that day, but we're discussing doing a Truth or Dare
Ooh.
show on his channel.
Oh,
But
shit.
where it comes with the being it's virtual and being it's, you know, a lot of people, some people don't, you know, even come on camera. So we can't, you know what I'm saying? So we got to switch it up a little bit.
What about
we're doing is like Truth or Dare, where like you either tell the truth or you got to send the cash app to the host. You know,
y'all could do it that way, or y'all could do like we did on your birthday, two truths and a lie, and see if we can figure out the truths and the lie.
Yeah, that'll be fun too. But we're talking more grown up-ish, more grown up-ish. So two truth and a lie. You know, that's just somebody giving you two truths and a lie. We're gonna be asking the questions like truth or dare. Have you ever? Would you ever? You know, truth or dare. But and I told Riggs, I said I don't want to get too you know, to make people express too much of their personal life. You know what I mean? I don't want to get too invasive, but I want it to be fun. You know, I want it to be fun. So I ain't gonna ask nobody no questions that they probably wouldn't want to repeat or say online. You know, not too invasive, but you know, just fun and grown and sexy. You know.
I can't wait till y'all have another, and I'm actually awake and able and not sick. I've been sick.
Yeah, I know.
But you know, I love when we have y'all's grown folk conversations, you know, and I love when TC get up there and she finally let herself just be herself and not her proper self. And shout out to TC. Shout out to TC if she in the clouds anywhere, because I know sometimes she'll fall out that bitch.
I was out that bitch the other day. Reason I was just about to wrap it up, and she dropped down in the chat. I was like, there she go, and then she ended up hitting the panel for about 15 or 20 minutes before we ended the show. But
before I leave, I was gonna let you know. I've been trying to get TC and Sislo some way to contact each other, because Sislo's nephew going into HBCU, and I know TC knows stuff about that, and so I was like, who's the best person to try to get their information to each other? The Hood Table, Charlie. She knows both of them. You know what I'm saying?
I will definitely hit up Sislo. Probably not tonight, but I'll hit her up tomorrow.
Trying to get I got a way to contact Sislo. I don't have a way to contact TC. I don't have an email or anything, but I know you probably do. So if you could try to get them email addresses or something, or some way.
Yeah, she did send me an email, and she did tell me that she sent me an email, and I said, well, maybe it went to my junk or spam because I didn't see anything, and then I literally forgot to check. So I do need to go in my emails and check.
But I was just gonna say, you know, try to get them together, because you know, I know that TC's passionate about HBCUs and she knows her stuff, and she may know where he's going and be able to help him, like, you know, navigate the lifestyle of going to a HBCU.
Yeah, because she was just talking to Riggs, because Riggs' son, he's thinking about going out of town on the East Coast for college. So her and Riggs was talking about the college thing, you know, last night and stuff on our show. But yeah, TC is the one who I would recommend reaching out, especially if your child wants to go to a HBCU, because she's really, really deeply involved with that, the organization, and getting kids money to where they don't have to worry about a doggone thing when they, especially.
Yeah, I'm gonna be talking to her next year. So, because we got Russ College here in my area. That's what we got.
Yeah.
And my psychologist that I went to told me I should go there to finish up my degree. Because she's like, well, where did you go? I said, I went to ICC in Itawamba Community College, right? And she goes, well, you should have went to Russ. They're better. The way that they structure their stuff is better. It's just a better school in general. I was like, thank you for letting me know that. You know what I'm saying?
What up, LaDon the Joker? What's up?
Where you been, LaDon? Like, you ain't been going live. I ain't been getting no notifications.
I know she do be making community wall posts. She be over there. She be over there posting on her community wall. Every time I see her name, I think about my uncle cousin, because His nickname is Joker.
How my sister over there too, my Alabama sister. See, her wife is her partner is my Alabama sister. That's my long lost cousin.
Okay. Oh, her partner.
Yeah. We make that, that's our thing that we say. She be telling me to come get her all the time.
But yeah, do with her, come get her. You know how we do with our kids.
Yeah.
Come get. I don't know how many of my cousins used to call me to come get their kids. I was like, drop them off if you want to. They ain't gonna leave here how they came.
See? Yes, come get her now.
In Jesus' name, they ain't gonna leave here like they came. Sure. They be like, no, never mind, cousin. I'll deal with it. Yeah, okay. She said, yes, come get her now, Charlie.
I told you it's our thing. But yeah, no, yeah, I know that sis been doing her thing over there. She probably working hard for the money. So hard for your money. That's probably why she ain't been live.
That's all we can do. Like I said, just keep on pressing, keep on pushing. I know a lot of stuff is going on with the war, and they talking about we in an all full out war, and it makes me a little bit nervous, but I'm trying not to, let it weigh too heavily on my mind. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm gonna say this
because that motherfucker in office, he just make my insides just.
He made my ass itch, like Bertha might say.
Make your ass and everything else itching. Hey, Just Andrea, how you doing, beautiful? But she said she's done doing content. These people too malicious, and it isn't fun anymore. Honey, just find some other type of content.
See, that's why you need to come with me and come visit some of these new places that I'm going, because we having some fun. We do karaoke nights and poker, and just be laughing and hee and caca and all that other stuff. And you know what I'm saying? Just be having fun. Just being grown folks.
Different. There's so much different content to do. And when I first started doing YouTube like 7-8 years ago, it was celebrity news, TV show reviews. And then I found my way over here, like 2017 or whatnot. Found my way over here, the beef sector. I never beefed or anything like that. I still kept to what I started with doing, and every now and then I stir a little beef sector commentary into it. But for the most part, I discuss whatever the fuck I want to shit. I done discussed like 10 different things from the beef sector to the White House in the last week on different shows. I just discuss whatever the fuck I want to discuss. People gonna be here in support, or they're not gonna be here in support. But one thing you will get is people from other areas finding you and following you. So I get a lot more support from other people that I don't know who the hell they are watching my videos, on certain content than I get from people in the sector. And that's to be expected. We mention that all the time, right, Charlie? We know where we are. We know what sector we're in. So we know what people are going to support and what people are not going to support. But if you don't stick to one, don't be no one trick pony. That's one thing I always have stood on when I started doing YouTube. I'm not going to be a one-trick pony. I'm not going to stay in one lane. I'm going to discuss everything from the hood to the White House. I might be on here doing T-shirts. I might be on here baking cakes. Next minute, I'm talking about Diddy's nasty ass and 50 Cent and T.I. Then we might talk about Lemon's crazy rolling our ass. And you know what I'm saying? So I discuss whatever the fuck I want to.
Did you see Rick Ross got in that shit? Did you see that too?
Now, what happened?
Okay, so what happened was I saw this thing come across my feed that Rick Ross said he gonna take T.I.'s son's side and say he gonna say some shit or do something against 50. I'm like, what the fuck? Like Rick Ross said that they should get a picture of Diddy's mama, not Diddy. Why did I just say that? 50 mama on a T-shirt.
They did already.
Oh shit.
Yeah, they did already. Like T.I. just did an interview on March. That was today.
Oh shit. See, that Rick Ross shit was like last week or so or something like that.
But they
Or a
they
week or
big
two
they
ago.
did the t-shirt. They did the t-shirt. So when T.I. was on the interview, because you know, me and Riggs and I, we talked about this last night. But when T.I. did the interview today on the Ebro Laura Rosenberg show, he said it got to the point where he was telling his son King, okay, this is enough. And he was like, it was all, you know, the music and making you know, this music and all that shit. But he said when it came to the t-shirt, and he said, because the way I raised my children, I raised my children to be men of respect, logical, reasonable, and not to be emotional. And when he saw the way King was moving, especially with the t-shirts, he said it was too emotional. And so he said, this is where it got to stop. This is where it got to stop. He told his son, you know, with that damn t-shirt, this is enough. That's it. Chill the fuck out. So
He went too far.
he did tell his son that, yep.
Yeah,
Because I guess he was like, he talking about your mama. He talking about my wife. But y'all digging up his mother who been dead 15, 20 years and putting it on a t-shirt, that's too far. That's too far. And especially because they are still, I don't give a fuck if they are still grown. This is what Riggs and I was talking about last night. If me and my son's getting into it, if it's a verbal battle, let me handle my own. Now, if I'm out here getting slapped by a nigga or something like that, then they already know. My son's gonna be on your ass, male or female, okay? But if it's some verbal shit online, don't jump in my shit. I don't want to see you on your social media taking up for me and dragging people for me and all that. No, this is my shit. I'm handling my shit. And as a child, I think T.I. should have squashed that shit in the beginning in the first fucking place.
Yep. Yeah, because his
Like,
thing,
he
don't want a grown man. He don't want a grown man coming after his kid. So therefore, you should tell your kid, don't be coming after a grown man. I don't care if his son's
even
grown.
If they are grown. That's what I'm saying. Even if they are grown. My son's is 28 and 20 Cam just turned 25. I don't want y'all know, because some of these beefs out here, like some of these motherfuckers, they don't care. And I'm not saying 50 will do something to nobody's kid. I'm just saying some people out here, they will really try to come at your kid's neck. You know what I'm saying? It ain't worth it. It's not worth seeing your child get hurt or nothing over some bullshit.
Yeah, and especially knowing, like, with him being as young as he is, he's wet behind the ears. He doesn't understand the game like T.I. and 50 do. You know what I'm saying? And that stuff could be like the Vegas stuff. That stuff could get somebody got. I'm not saying 50 would do it, but let's say one of 50's fans, right? One of his peoples, one of the people that like him, a crazy person, decided that was too far.
Exactly.
You got to think about that too when you're a celebrity status, because the person may not come after you, but somebody else may do it for them.
And there are some crazy, deranged super fans out there who will do who knows what in the name of their favorite celebrity or their favorite star. And you are absolutely right, LaDon. Kids can be rebellious. She said, I think Tip is a good dad. And I think Tip is a good dad too. She said, my 20-year-old needs reality checks often. And I agree. Let the big dog pay. Yes. Because as I was saying last night, the way a lot of us grew up, whether you are a rapper or you just from the hood or whatever, a lot of us grew up fighting in the gang environment. We grew up in that shit. And as I was saying last night, and I said before, my children, I kept them so involved in sports and extracurricular activity, and even away from certain family members. They be like, dang, I don't never see your kids. Where your kids at? Why don't they never come over here? They with their dad, or they had homework, or they had practice, or they had, I mean, with certain family members, I wouldn't even take they still got rags hanging on their back pocket. They still throwing up signs, and they still, you know what I'm saying? In and out of prison. So some family members I kept my kids from. But so if they got like later up in age and they over here talking about, we don't do this, we do all this gangster movement and shit like that, you ain't raised that way. And I know Tiny and them didn't raise their boys that way. So they out here on this rah-rah shit, and they weren't raised that way. And that can get you fucked up because y'all don't even know that life. And I'm glad Tip say, okay, that's enough. This is where it stops. That's going too far. You know, just let me and your mother handle this shit. Because child, I don't want to see nobody. I don't want to see nobody hurt, and I don't want to see no bloodshed over no dumb ass trolling or none of that bullshit. But yeah, you gotta stay on them kids, keep them safe, keep them grounded, and keep them out that. Just do your best. That's all we can do is do our best. Because we can tell our kids one thing, and you know how it is. You can raise your kids sitting on church in the front pew every Sunday, and they still can grow up unaliving people and doing just crazy, outlandish bullshit, and you didn't raise them to be like that. So, yeah.
You know, like,
yeah. You said I'm glad he's doing that. Sue, son, sit down. We built for it. Right. And King is not a child. He's grown with a man on his own. Yes. You said I grew up in a St. Clair Bone Thug Harmony talk. Right. You said I haven't been following this story, but all of those folks need to chill the heck out. 50 do be doing too much. And a lot of times, it is crazy though that 50 do be trolling a lot. He's a master troll. But that dude always got his hands in a bag. He be doing so much. He stay making money, stay making moves, but he just likes to troll out here. And you know, it is what it is, child. It is what it is. I'm like this. Ignore the motherfucker. If you don't want no beef or no smoke, just ignore him. Because 50 will put a documentary on your ass on Netflix in a heartbeat. But yeah, Charlie, any last things you would like to say before I get off of here?
Thank you for having me, beautiful, and I love y'all all so very, very much. And I'll see you later, gorgeous.
Love you too. I hope you enjoy your evening.
Will do. Bye.
All right, hon. All right, bye-bye. You said 50 is disgusting. See, I like 50. He does do some disgusting things sometimes with the trolling and shit like that. You know how it is. Sometimes we like people, but we don't like everything they do. Just like in the B sector, we can like somebody, but we don't like everything they do. It's kind of like that with me and 50. But I've always been fond of 50 since he first came out a long time ago. Okay. I was a big fan, but I've also have always been a big fan of T.I. too. So I kept both of their music playing all the time. My kids, they definitely grew up on all that shit. 50 Cent, T.I., all that shit. But yeah. So I'm about to get off of here. I did my little hour. We got in almost 2 hours today. I've been trying to do my little hour every day after work. Getting in where I fit in, because I know a lot of people be going live, but you know, your girl gotta wiggle her, gotta step my toes out here and just get out here and do my thing. But I do appreciate everybody who supported today, and everybody who liked and shared the video and dropped down and engaged in the chat. I love you guys so much. Yes. Have a wonderful night. I'm glad you caught me too. And like Charlie said, I haven't been seeing you going live either, but I've been catching your posts. Honey, and I'll be all over your community wall. But yeah, Jill, he do know how to get a bag, honey. He do know how to get a bag. And speaking of bags, again, pills, you done gave Brooke $100. You done gave Uppity Ups $100. Pills, do you got some money left? Can I hold a little something till payday? Shit, giving all them $100 bills around pills. You said your son had a whole 50. When I say I love me some 50 Cent, I did. And T.I. too. I love 50 Cent and T.I. I really, really do. But you said I can be a bit harsh myself. It's okay, honey. It's okay. But yeah, on that note, y'all, I am out. Like and share the video, subscribe to the channel. Feel free to donate to the Cash App or the Super Chat if the spirit moves you, okay? If the spirit moves you, and you are so welcome, boo. You are so welcome. Stay safe, be blessed, remain vigilant at all times, and always remember to keep it high. I'm out. Bye.